The Bible explicitly states that God hides himself on purpose, and it's not because he's playing games. It's actually because Revelation destroys the unprepared, and not only that, but the entire mystical tradition teaches that God conceals himself so that only those who've developed the capacity to see can find him without being annihilated by what they discover. Isaiah 45:15, case in point, he says, "Truly, you are a God who hides himself." This is no metaphor. God admits to hiding. The question now is why? And in case you had any doubt, it is absolutely by design. Exodus 33, Moses asked to see God's glory. God responds, "You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live." Not "you're not worthy," not "you're too sinful." You cannot see me and live. The divine presence is so overwhelming and so intense that direct contact with the unfiltered Godhead would obliterate human consciousness. God tells Moses directly, "I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen." Even Moses, the most advanced initiate in the Old Testament, only gets a partial, filtered glimpse because God literally shields him. Full exposure would be entirely fatal. And the veil itself is a protective mechanism. In Kabbalah, this is called divine contraction. Before creation, God was infinite, undifferentiated, and absolute. Nothing else could exist because God was everything. So, what does he do? Well, God contracts, withdraws, and creates space. He hides himself behind veils, layer after layer after layer of separation between the infinite divine and finite creation. But these veils, they're not obstacles, they are protection. They're actually what allow creation to exist without being instantly consumed back into the source. The Sephiroth on the Tree of Life are veils. Each one is a filter, reducing divine intensity to a level that can be handled. Keter is the first veil, it's still too bright for most. Malkuth being the final veil of physical reality, where God is so hidden and so filtered that you can exist without spontaneous ego death. Seeking is quite literally the point. Proverbs 25:2 says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings." God conceals deliberately, and the glory of humanity, or the kings, is to search. The hiding isn't punishment, it's initiation. You are supposed to seek. The seeking is what develops you. If God were obvious and appeared in the sky, undeniable and overwhelming, there would be no choice. You would be forced to acknowledge him. No growth, no development, and no transformation. You'd just be a slave to the obvious. But by hiding, God creates the possibility of genuine seeking. You have to develop spiritual perception, you have to purify consciousness, and you have to do the inner work to see what's always been there but hidden from untrained eyes. And there's a huge mystical meaning behind all this that most people just miss. Meister Eckhart, the Christian mystic, says God is at home. It is we who have gone out for a walk. God isn't hiding from you. You are hiding from God. The veils aren't out there. They're your own consciousness cluttered with ego, desire, fear, and identification with matter. But God is fully present. You just